everybody. Joyce here with the Traveling Gamblers, and I am here with John. Hello, John.
Hello, Joyce.
And today is day 14 of 26 days living on the edge. Cruise ship, that is. So yesterday, which was actually the 14th day of our cruise, because we're doing everything reporting the day after. Yesterday, we were in Palma de Mallorca, Spain. And we started the day a little bit differently. We met Christina and Nelson in the retreat lounge. We had a very light breakfast. I had muesli.
And I had some yogurt.
And we did that because we were going on an excursion. And part of the excursion was a tapas lunch. The excursion was a tour of Palma de Mallorca and a flamenco dance show. John thought we were going to see flamingos.
I wasn't the only one.
No, he was not the only one.
Was asking about the birds.
Yes, he definitely wasn't the only one.
We straightened that out a few days ago, so, you know. And I don't know why I thought that. But it's been a joke for the whole
Yes, it
cruise.
has. I mean, Nelson thought we were going to see flamingos also.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And the first part, similar to the tour that we had the day before, the first part of the tour was very disappointing. We drove and we went to a castle, which was very cool. Yes. And the idea of going to a castle was awesome. We were very excited about it until we were almost there. And the tour guide told us that the castle was closed and it didn't open until 10 o'clock. Our excursion was like at 9:30. We ended up leaving a few minutes early, which surprised me. And then we got to the castle and it was like 9:45, and I didn't understand why we couldn't stay and wait for it to open.
Right. It was a prison for a really long time.
Right.
Yeah.
The king and his wife lived there, and then the king died, and the wife refused to leave, and her and the son ended up turning it into a prison. We were really excited, but when we got there, he said it was locked, or it was closed. So we walked up to the front, and there was a door. No exaggeration, the door was open 4 inches, not even wide enough for you to get your cell phone in there straight. You had to turn it on an angle. You could reach your hand inside and take a picture, and that's what we did. And we drove downtown to the city center to see the cathedral, which was really cool. It was magnificent.
Yeah, it took them over 300 years to build that. And not only...
300 years.
What?
300 years. It took 300 years to build this cathedral. Yeah. We were joking and saying that, Christina and Nelson and John and I, we were joking and we were saying that, you know, you could... Your family was set for generations and generations and generations if you were in on the labor of building this cathedral. Yeah. They had a job forever.
And the water level was up to the cathedral, and now it's like a quarter mile away. They kind of moved the water.
They moved the water. Anyway, okay. It was, again, for me, it was disappointing because the bus was parked so far away from the cathedral that it was a good 15-minute or more walk that didn't leave us enough time to be able to walk to the other side to actually go up to the cathedral, which was massive and incredibly gorgeous. Just the detail and the intricacies of it. But in order for us to stay on time and on schedule for us to go see the flamenco dancers, we had to leave. So that was disappointing also. And this was not an inexpensive excursion. This was $175 each. So it was $350 for us to do this excursion. And thank goodness for the flamenco dancer show, because that was amazing.
But we did learn, well, we'll be back here in 2 days or 3 days?
Yes, tomorrow. So today we're in Barcelona. So this morning we're in Barcelona. Right. This is embarkation day for a lot of other people. So this is the back-to-back day, and hopefully we don't have any incidents today, but we'll find out. And
then tomorrow we'll be back
in Palma de Mallorca.
And we'll do the
hop on, hop off.
Because now that we know what exists out there,
right.
That's a good thing about that excursion.
Yes.
So I would like to spend some time over at that cathedral.
Yes.
I didn't realize how big it was.
Yes.
Because as we were driving away, it was like blocks. And it says, yeah, that's still, and there's more inside. And anyway.
So we'll have more about the cathedral and maybe some photos of that when we go. We'll definitely have something about a video on that day when we do the hop on, hop off, which will be tomorrow. So it's still dark out because we had to get up early because we're doing the video and we had to pack and so on and so forth. They're going to be moving all of our stuff out of the villa. We're leaving the villa today.
So we went.
But we're going to a Sky Suite. That's okay.
Okay. So, by the way, found my hat.
I knew he would.
Because we were packing and I must have put it somewhere. So now Joyce doesn't have to make me a new hat.
Yeah. And I knew he'd find it because last time I saw it was in the cabin and we never left the ship when he said he'd lost it. So I knew it was here somewhere. It was in the back of his closet. Yeah.
So we went to that farm where they have
so after we left the cathedral, we had about a half-hour ride or so on the bus. And we went to a farm, as you were saying.
And we got to see the Mediterranean Sea as, parts of it, which is unbelievable. Nice, calm,
Yeah, beautiful. Everything's been beautiful. Yeah. And then we went to this farm, as John was saying, and at the farm, we went into this room that was decorated very Spanish-like, and there was a stage, and there were small tables. There were 4 of us at a table, and we had a very nice tapas lunch.
Yeah, that was really good.
It was really good.
And there's sangria, red wine sangria.
Which I don't like red wine, but it was delicious.
Yeah, it was. It was really good.
And the flamenco dancers were amazing. I've never seen anything like that before, and it was absolute, true Spanish, and it was amazing. I was in awe. I thought it was fantastic. Most people in the room gave them a standing ovation. It was really great.
A lot of energy.
Yeah, a lot of energy.
Expended by them.
Yes, really wonderful. Yeah. And then after the show, they had a little souvenir area, and we stopped and bought a couple little tchotchke things to take home. And we took the bus ride back, which was about a half hour, and we came back to the ship, and we considered going and walking across the street and going into the area where we could do, some local sightseeing on our own, but the weather was starting to turn a little.
So we'll figure we'll do it tomorrow. And
since we're going to be here again tomorrow, we're just going to do that on our own tomorrow. And when we came back on the ship,
we went to Cafe El Baccio.
We went to Cafe El Baccio. And
if you haven't guessed, that's one of my favorite. Oh, we mentioned that before, but that's one of our favorite places. Just to sit for a while and people watch and have coffee.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, and then we we went up to the cabin and did a little bit of work and got ready for dinner, and we went to Eden for dinner.
We did.
And
our last complimentary specialty meal is the specialty meals came with, unlimited specialty meals came with being in the villa.
The maitre d' let us know, Victor, that he'll be starting today, will be up in Lumine as the maitre d' up there.
One of the fun things is about this cruise is Christina and Nelson are staying on to do a back-to-back, and our friends Jay and Geraldine are staying on to do a back-to-back. So we're looking forward to spending additional time with them. And because today is Embarkation Day, the start of a new cruise, we get our free play again in the casino. Yeah. So that's exciting. And we have a whole new itinerary. Even though we're going to Palma de Mallorca tomorrow, which is where we were yesterday, we are going through Italy and France on this 12-night cruise. And on 12 nights, we either have 8 ports or we're in port for 8 days. And I say that because we have an overnight in Florence. So I don't know if it's 7 ports and 2 nights in Florence, making it 8 nights, or if it's 8 different ports and 2 nights in Florence, making it 9 nights. One of the
ports we're going to, an excursion, there actually are flamingos.
Yes. So we'll be seeing the flamingo. We have a very exciting itinerary, and we are going to, I can't remember all the places, but just as a quick rundown, we're going to, and definitely not in order. I know we're going to Nice and Naples, Santa Margherita, Florence, Marseille, Rome. And I can't remember where else, but we will tell you each day.
Where was the overnight?
Florence.
Florence, okay.
Yes. And we will tell you about today in Barcelona tomorrow morning. And if you want to join us for a group cruise, contact jjcruise.com. Thank you so much. And as always, we hope you have a wonderful day.